Now let us move to the next part. Coordinates of points on the axis. So till now we have done, if the point is on the quadrant, then how we are going to write the coordinates of that point. Now we are moving to the next concept, that is if the point is on the axis, that is on x-axis and y-axis, then how we are going to write the coordinates of that point. Now here you can see the figure. Here let us consider the point M first. Here you can see point M, right? It is on x-axis. See here, it is on x-axis. Now suppose we have to write the coordinates of this point, that is point M. So here we know it is on x-axis. So the x-axis is given as 3 over here. See. So the x coordinate will be 3, right? The x coordinate will be 3. Now, what about y coordinate? The y coordinate, it will be 0. Because you can see it is on 0. The distance is 0. So here we will write 3, 0. Right? I'm repeating again, the x coordinate of point M is the distance from the y-axis. The x coordinate of this point, that is point M, is its distance from the y-axis. So the distance of point M from the x-axis is 0, right? Hence, the y coordinate of point M is 0. Now let us consider one more point here, point N. It is on which axis? It is on y-axis. Can you see? Now, what is the y coordinate of this point? It is 4. But first we will write the x coordinate. Now here, since the point is on the axis, y-axis, the x coordinate is 0. Okay? And the y coordinate is 4. Now, we will move to the origin. What about origin? Origin is a point where x and y axis intersect each other, right? So the coordinates of this point is 0, 0. The coordinates of point M on the x-axis are 3, 0. So if the point is on x-axis, the y coordinate will be 0. The coordinates of point N on the y-axis are 0, 4. Means if the point is on y-axis, then the x coordinate will be 0. Okay. The coordinates of point of origin are 0, 0. So this you have to keep in mind. If the point is on the axis, then the other axis coordinate will be 0. Means if the point is on x-axis, y coordinate will be 0. And if the point is on y-axis, x coordinate will be 0. And what about origin? Origin, the coordinates of point of origin are 0, 0. Points to remember, this we have done just now. So it is important to remember these points. The points are, the y coordinate of every point on the x-axis is 0. Okay. The x coordinate of every point on the y-axis is 0. The coordinates of the origin are 0, 0. Here, we done just now. If the point is on x-axis, y coordinate is 0. If the point is on y-axis, x coordinate is 0. If the coordinates of point of origins are 0, 0. So this you have to keep in mind. We are going to use in the sums. Just go to the points. I am waiting for you all. The y coordinate of every point on the x-axis is 0. The x coordinate of every point on the y-axis is 0. The coordinates of the origin are 0, 0. Now, let us solve one more example. State in which quadrant or on which axis do the following points lie. So, similar example we have done before also, and the difference is that in that sum, the points were on the quadrant only. But in this, the point can be on quadrant as well as on the axis. So, it is a mixed type sum where we have some points, and the points we have to write whether it is on the quadrant. If it is on quadrant, then on which quadrant, and whether the point is on axis, then on which axis. Okay, x or y. So the points are A -3, 2, B 5, 2, C 15, -18, D 0, -5, E 12, 0. So before starting this sum, let us quickly draw the quadrants. I am drawing it in the rough column. Then we have third quadrant, and the sign are minus, minus. Then we have fourth quadrant over here, and the sign are plus, minus. Okay, so in the rough, always first draw this and then move to the sum. It will help us to solve it quickly. So the first point is point A, -3, 2. Here, the first, that is the x coordinate is negative number and the y coordinate is positive number. So the sign which I got is minus and plus. So here, which quadrant has the sign as minus and plus? It is second quadrant, right? Minus and plus. So here we will write second quadrant. Now, the second point is B, 5, 2. 5 is positive number. So we got first sign as plus. And 2 is also positive number. So we got second sign as plus. So which quadrant has both the coordinates as positive? It is first quadrant, right? Plus, plus. So here we will write first quadrant. Now, next point is point C, and the coordinates are 15, -18. So the first coordinate is positive number, that is plus, and the second one is negative number, that is minus. So we got the sign as plus and minus. Which quadrant has first sign as plus and the second as minus? It is fourth quadrant, right? Plus and minus. So here we will write fourth quadrant. Or you can write quadrant 4. Like that also you can write quadrant 4, yeah, fourth quadrant. The next point is point D. And the coordinates are 0, -5. So whenever you will see 0, you have to keep in mind that this point lie on the axis. I'm repeating again. Whenever you will see the 0, where 0, either x coordinate or y coordinate. If any one of them is 0 or both of them are 0. If both of them are 0, then it is on origin, right? If any one of them are 0, then it is on the axis, right? Now here we have x coordinate as 0. Then this point will be where? It will be on y-axis, right? Now, last point is point E, 12, 0. And the last point is 12, 0. Now here again we got 0. It means it is on axis, not on quadrant, right? Now here the y coordinate is 0. Here the y coordinate is 0. It means the point is on x-axis. So here we will write x and then write axis. Just go through the sum. Whenever you are having any of the coordinate, x or y coordinates as 0, you have to be careful. It will be on axis. And if you have any other number other from 0, then it will be in quadrant. So while on quadrant, you have to keep in mind the sign of each quadrant. First read the number, then write the sign and accordingly solve the sum. Go through the sum. A -3, 2, second quadrant. B 5, 2, first quadrant. C 15, -18, fourth quadrant. D 0, -5, y-axis. E 12, 0, x-axis. Thank you everyone. Have a good day. Bye all of you. Ma'am, can I leave?